Goku!
Hey guys, I'm back with the story What If Goku Was Trapped in the Time Chamber and Became the Supreme Creator Part 9. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more. Thanks. We pick back up the story with Goku, who was in his palace doing some meditation. Goku slowly opened his eyes and in front of him stood Akumo. Daishinkan appeared beside Goku. After seeing Akumo arrive, Daishinkan gave a bow. "Lord Akumo, what brings you here?" asked the nervous Daishinkan. Akumo just ignores him and continues to stare at Goku, who is now on his feet. "How can I help you?" asked Goku. This made Akumo scowl. "Don't you know how to greet your superiors?" Akumo said with a bit of venom in his tone. Goku just turned his back and walked to his throne before sitting down comfortably. Akumo, seeing Goku's complete disrespect towards him, started to get pissed. Goku just leaned back on his throne without a care in the world. He could tell that this supposed first-ever Saiyan Akumo was extremely arrogant. He expected everyone to just bow to him, but it wouldn't be him. He came to his multiverse with bad intentions from the jump. Goku decided he was going to completely humiliate this so-called first-ever Saiyan. He would show him a little taste of what true power is and crush his ego. "So let me guess, after seeing my fight with Kuro, you have come to challenge me to a fight?" asked Goku. Akumo said nothing, confirming Goku's guess. "Well, I have no problem fighting you, but let's make it a little better. How about we fight one-on-one in a tournament? That way everyone can see the outcome." With these words, Akumo laughs. "You must be crazy if you think you can defeat me. I am the first ever Saiyan, a legendary Saiyan at that." "Legendary Saiyan or not, the outcome will still be the same," responded Goku nonchalantly. Akumo just laughed arrogantly before leaving to inform the Creator God. Goku just gave a sigh. "What's up with all of these fighters completely underestimating me?" Daishinkan approached Goku on his throne. "My lord, are you sure you can defeat him? He is the strongest of the Creator God's warriors. Above him are only the 4 supreme angels who are his attendants." Goku just gave a smile. "You're in for a big surprise, just wait until the battle. In the meantime, I will be going to visit Universes 6 and 7 to pick up my fellow Saiyans." "As you wish, my lord," responded Daishinkan. "Allow me to accompany you as your guard." "No need," said Goku, raising his hand. "I will go alone. You and Isabella will keep guard here at my palace." "As you order, lord," said Daishinkan, giving a bow along with Isabella. Goku, just by thinking, opened a portal to Universe 7. In Universe 7, specifically on Beerus' planet, we could see Broly training with Whis while Beerus was sleeping under a tree after eating a bunch of pizza. "I must admit your progress is going well," said Whis as he easily dodged another punch from Broly. Vegeta was standing a distance away taking a short break from training. He had decided against going to the time chamber since he knew he couldn't endure all that time in there alone. Even if he did achieve all that power, it would come with a trade-off. The trade would be his sanity. All those years locked up alone would turn him into a madman. But it hurt his pride seeing how far Goku had surpassed him. He could no longer consider him as a rival. But on the other hand, it filled him with hope. If he could reach that power, so could he. Vegeta was brought out of his thoughts when a portal opened up in the sky. Goku stepped out of the portal and floated down to the ground. Whis immediately came over to greet him. "Lord Goku, it is an honor to see you again," as he gave a slight bow. "Same here, Whis, it's good to see you again. I wonder though, where is Beerus?" asked Goku, looking around. "The usual," said Whis, "sleeping and eating," as he pointed towards the tree Beerus was sleeping under. Goku made a small ki blast and sent it at Beerus. Beerus immediately woke up and began to look around. "You damn Saiyans, how many times have I told you to keep it down?" Beerus froze with fear when he saw Goku coldly staring at him. In an instant, Beerus rushed over and took a deep bow to greet Goku. "Lord Goku-sama, what is the reason for your visit?" Beerus asked, sweating bullets. "I came for Broly and Vegeta and to just check up on things. I see you haven't been doing your job. Beerus began to sweat even more at Goku's words. Well, Goku-sama, I was just taking a small nap, that's all. I see, said Goku, looking down at Beerus. This time I'll let it slide, but I expect to start seeing some improvements in your universe. Let me remind you that your universe is third from the bottom in mortal levels. It will be done, my lord, said Beerus in a shakily tone. Goku telepathically communicated with Whis, telling him to inform him if Beerus starts slacking in his job again. Whis gave a slight nod. Goku looked over at Broly and Vegeta, who had been quiet the whole time. Vegeta, Broly, you two will come with me for training at my palace. So let's go, because I still have to make another stop. Broly and Vegeta took their place beside Goku as they disappeared into a portal. After they had left, Beerus stood up, sighing in relief. The terror he had felt just by the gaze of Goku was unimaginable. He made a note to not ever piss him off. Let's go, Whis, ordered Beerus. Where to, my lord, responded the angel. To work, you heard what Goku-sama said. Let's get to it. There are some bad planets I know need erasing that I've been too lazy to do. As you wish, my lord, responded Whis, as the two disappeared off through the universe. As the three Scions traveled to Universe 6, Vegeta spoke, so about this training, Kakarot, how strong will we be when we are finished? Asked Vegeta curiously. Even though he hated to admit it, he was excited and happy that Goku had decided to train them. Goku put his hand to his chin and hummed in thought. I'm not sure yet, but you will be as stronger, if not stronger, than the angels. Broly felt a burst of anticipation and excitement at becoming very powerful. The Scions continued to chat as they approached planet Kampa. On planet Kampa we could see Vados doing some chores while Kampa was stuffing his face with food. My lord, you know such unhealthy foods will only keep you from being in shape and healthy. Yeah, Vados, I know I will start eating healthier next week. My lord, you have been saying that for years now. I will just bring more food, Kampa ordered. As you wish, my lord, but before Vados could leave, a portal opened in the sky, catching both the destroyer and the angel's attention. When Kampa saw who stepped out of the portal, he froze with fear and immediately dropped his food and ran to meet Goku. Lord Goku, it is a pleasure to have you here, the destroyer said with his head bowed to the ground. Vados gave a greeting with a slight bow of respect. I see you and your brother Beerus are just alike, always eating and sleeping and never doing their jobs. Kampa at those words began to sweat, my lord. I was about to go to work. I was just eating a little lunch first. Funny, because Beerus said something a bit similar. I try to get him to eat right and do his job, my lord, but he completely shrugs me off and orders me to bring him more food, said Vados with a fake pout. Kampa began to sweat even harder. I see, said Goku, staring down at the trembling destroyer. I will tell you the same thing I told Beerus. You better start doing your job and also get in shape. It is unfitting for a deity to be out of shape. As you wish, Goku-sama, I will get to work immediately. Very well, responded Goku, I expect to see some changes the next time I return here. But the reason for my visit is to pick up the Scions, Kale, Caulifla, Cabba, and Cumber. I see they aren't here, so do you know where they are by chance? Asked Goku, looking at Vados. They are all training on a planet called Sadala, the home planet of the Scions. Very well, I will be off now, but before leaving, Goku telepathically told Vados the same thing he told Whis, making the angel give a slight nod. After leaving, Kampa immediately began to do his job. In just a minute, Goku, Vegeta, and Broly arrived at planet Sadala. Upon reaching the planet, Goku marveled at the planet's beauty. The planet was full of nothing but Scions. Goku sensed 4 strong keys in the distance, so the three made their way to that direction. You won't beat me this time, shouted Kale, raising her power. She was in her mastered legendary Super Saiyan form. We'll see about that, responded Cumber in his Super Saiyan God form. The two flew at each other, clashing fists. Caulifla and Cabba were eating a quick snack since they got hungry after so much training. Hey, do you feel that key, said Cabba, now standing up, looking in the direction where he sensed 2 presences approaching. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, it feels like Broly and Vegeta from Universe 7. But my question is, why are they here? Just then Vegeta and Broly appeared, but also someone who she had not expected. Goku shouted Caulifla, running up to hug him. Hearing Goku's name made Kale momentarily pause her battle with Cumber. Seeing Goku, she also rushed to hug her fellow Saiyan. Goku sat and talked with them for a while and offered to train them, to which the Saiyans eagerly agreed. When Goku and the others arrived at the palace, they were greeted by Daishinkan and Isabella. Daishinkan, we will be entering my time chamber for a few days. Keep watch on things while I'm away. As you wish, my lord, replied Daishinkan with a bow. Isabella, you will accompany me in their training. Isabella gave a bow and followed them to the time room. As soon as they entered the time room, Vegeta, Broly, Kale, Caulifla, Cabba, and Cumber was pulled to the ground. The gravity in the room was overwhelming on them, making it impossible for them to get up. Despite that, Goku and Isabella walk as if they didn't feel the amount of gravity in the room. Vegeta tried to transform in his SSJ Blue, but realized he couldn't transform. Seeing their attempts to use their transformation, Goku spoke. In the time room, 1 day outside is equal to 100 years here. But don't worry, you won't die, since this room doesn't age you or your body. In simple terms, you are immortal while you're here. Also, for now, I have restricted you from using transformation for now, but before we start training, I must explain some things first. With a snap of his fingers, the heavy gravity of the room disappeared, allowing the Saiyans to stand. I will train you all for 5 days, which will be 500 years. But before we begin training, you will need these, said Goku, snapping his fingers again. Vegeta suddenly noticed the reappearance of his tail along with the others. Our tail, questioned Broly, confused. Yes, our tail, replied Goku, showing his tail. It is essential for a Saiyan to have in order to reach their full potential. But why is your tail furrier and black instead of brown like ours, asked Cumber. That is because I have mastered primal power. Once a Saiyan masters primal power, their tail turns black and grows a bit in size. But that is a story for another time. You guys are a far cry from that level. For now, we will focus on increasing you guys' power levels and base. We will train physically for 100 years and meditate for another 100. Broly and Kale, you guys will train physically for 60 years, since what you guys need most is mental control over your power. The thing about legendary Super Saiyans is that they have extraordinary potential and are gifted with far higher power levels than the average Saiyan. But the trade-off is that they have a very difficult time controlling themselves. So, you guys must train more mentally than physically. The Saiyans, after hearing Goku, began their intense training. Meanwhile, at the palace of the creator god Zeus, we could see Akumo kneeling before Zeus. So, you want to hold a tournament between you and Goku to demonstrate who's superior? Yes, my lord, responded Akumo. I feel like the Saiyan needs to know who really runs the show and learn what his place is, said Akumo, slightly clenching his fists. It seems since this Goku made himself known, a lot of drama has been happening now. But tell me, is there another reason for you wanting to fight Goku? Asked Zeus curiously. There is. During the end of the tournament, I had offered to train him and make him one of my warriors, but he declined. But I wasn't mad that he declined. I was mad because he talked to me like I was some type of peasant, like I was beneath him. I also believe that since he became Omni King, it has boosted his ego, and he should learn who his superiors are. Zeus hummed and thought for a moment. Very well, then I will grant you this request. I will send out my angel attendants to inform all of the multiverse's destroyers and angels of this tournament. I myself will attend as well. I want to see this Goku in action for myself. You have a week before the tournament, so in the meantime train. I will have to personally create an arena that can withstand such a magnitude of a battle. As you order, my lord, Akumo replied as he disappeared off to do a bit of training. I will put you in your place in front of everyone, said Akumo, chuckling arrogantly. 2 days later, back in the time chamber with Goku, we could see that the Saiyans had made great progress. 200 years had now passed and the Saiyans' power levels were nothing like before. All of them in base form could fight all destroyers at once with no problem. But they still were below the angels. Seeing that the training he gave them brought good results, Goku spoke. Now for the second part of your training we will focus on transformations. Now everyone transform into SSJ2, ordered Goku. Yes, master, the Scions yelled in unison, transforming. Over the 200 years, the Scions have greatly matured and changed their mentality. Upon transforming, the Scions marveled at their powers, since this was the first time they had transformed since entering the time room. Kale and Broly could easily go SSJ2 without any signs of losing control. In their Super Saiyan 2 forms they equaled 20% of an angel. Good, said Goku. Now we will have a 3-on-3 match. Kale, Vegeta Cumber versus Broly, Cabba, and Caulifla. All of you will train to acquire Super Saiyan 3. Once you all achieve it, we will move on. The Scions nodded and began to battle each other in their SSJ2 forms. They have improved a lot, said Isabella, watching the Scions fight. Indeed they have, responded Goku, spectating the battle, and they're going to get a lot stronger. I will show them how to mix Divine Ki with their Scion forms and multiply their power. Why did you decide to train them, my lord? Asked Isabella curiously. Is it because they're all from your race? She asked. Goku only lifted his head, looking up at the sky. Yeah, that, and that I had also made a promise to someone, replied Goku, thinking about Yamoshi's last words to him. Time skip. A year later, in the time room, the 6 Scions had achieved and mastered SSJ3. Currently the Scions were taking a break from all the training. Now that you all have mastered your SSJ3 forms, we can begin the hardest part of the training. I will now train you to combine your divine transformations with your Scion ones. I must admit it will be difficult, since Divine Ki is calm while Scion transformations are more chaotic and wild. It's like trying to look left and right at the same time, but with my help it will be a bit easier. Now everyone transform into SSJ God. Yes, master, his students yelled in unison. Seeing all his students transformed, Goku spoke again. Now we will work on getting you to achieve SSJ God 1 to 3. As you already know, Super Saiyan God has a healing ability. But it only heals wounds that aren't too serious. But by multiplying your power with your Scion transformations, you can greatly improve its healing abilities. Now let us begin, said Goku as he increased the gravity in the room, making the Scions' knees buckle. The Scions trained intensely day by day, year by year. Time skip. 300 years later, it was now time for the Scions to leave the time room. After 300 years of training, the Scions had reached monstrous power levels. Kale was able to combine her SSJ 1 through 3 forms to her Super Saiyan God form and Super Saiyan Blue. She was also able to reach Ultra Instinct Sign. It was the same for everyone else. Also, Vegeta was able to combine his Ultra Ego with his Super Saiyan 1 form, reaching a monstrous power level. Broly had mastered Ultra Instinct, and Cumber and Cabba had achieved the Hakaishin form. Each Scion could now fight against 3 angels at once on even grounds. Before leaving, Goku tells them to lower their power levels. After doing so, the Scions, along with Isabella, leave the time chamber, making their way to the palace throne room. Goku takes a seat on his throne with the Scions kneeling before him, awaiting orders. Goku couldn't help but still be surprised at Vegeta's change of attitude. Before, Vegeta would have never kneeled before him, Omni King or not, but after a lot of mental training he had changed. He was still stubborn, but now held a lot more respect for him. Goku was brought out of his thoughts by the appearance of Daishinkan. With a bow, Daishinkan spoke, "My lord, I bring you a message from the Creator God himself. While you were in the time room, he informed all of the multiverses of the tournament between you and Lord Akumo. It will take place 2 days from now." "Very well," replied Goku. "In the meantime, I will relax and meditate." Goku told the Scions to return to their universes and gave them the title of his warriors. But that's all for part 9, guys. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more. Thanks.